When I started thinking about building a diesel-powered Jeep, I knew there would be several options for an engine. I researched several different potential diesel engine options. The number one diesel engine people talk about swapping in is the Cummins 4BT 3.9, and I talked with some people that had swapped them into their Jeeps. We had a Cummins 4BT 3.9 and a Morbark wood chipper we owned, and we liked the torque and performance of the engine. We did have some issues due to vibration, but overall it was a great little machine. K-Man traded that machine on a John Deere powered Brush Bandit before I could swap it into my Jeep. These engines are now bringing a premium in price, almost as much as we got for the whole unit on trade, but out of my price range at the moment. Another swap I read about and considered was one of the VW diesels. The GM 6.2 can also be swapped in using the same adapters used to drop in a small block Chevy, but again, the weight is a major issue in Jeeps. Although some people are happy with them and the prices are reasonable, I thought there might be some better options for me. I also had read about the Mercedes OM 617, a 5-cylinder turbo diesel. Although it isn't a powerhouse, it did offer several advantages for swapping into a Jeep. Its lightweight was also a desirable feature. While at the Bantam Jeep Festival in June this past year, the folks from Koch Enterprises had a display booth set up with the OM 617 swap components they designed and sell. They offer several different adapter plates and adapt the Mercedes engine to a variety of Jeep bell housings. They produce an adapter that bolts to the OM 617's crankshaft that allows for you to bolt the Jeep flywheel in place. By using the Jeep bell housing and flywheel, you also retain the stock Jeep starter. I really like this, and it was a major factor in selecting the little Mercedes diesel. At this point, it was a matter of watching sales ads for a used Mercedes. The recommended donors are the 82 to 85 300D Turbo, the 82 to 85 300CD Turbo, the 81 85 300 TD Turbo, and the 81 85 300 SD Turbo. After months of looking, we spotted an 84 300D on Craigslist. It was a couple hours away over the border in Massachusetts. I had just had emergency surgery the week before. It was snowing, there was a winter weather advisory, and it was Friday the 13th. What could possibly go wrong? The car had been fitted with a grease car's waste vegetable oil conversion. If you are not familiar with these kits, they allow you to run on diesel fuel and used vegetable oil. This was a clean little Mercedes. It had spent its life in Florida until just a few years ago. The owner was including a couple of 55-gallon drums for storage and the filtered waste vegetable oil along with a pump and a heater for the tanks. He also included several filters and other items for straining the oil. In addition to this, he had spare fuel and oil filters and some specialty tools for the OM 617. We struck a deal, and once again, thanks to our friend Cliff, we drove it onto his car dolly and transported it back home to Vermont. So follow along as I build my diesel YJ, as the Vermont Jeep Girl will be rolling coal in 2014.
sir. Do you have any Grey Poupon?